I have here in the studio Mrs. Racheal Hesse Matey, who is the 2023 Best Practising Midwife for Greater Accra region. You're welcome.
Thank you, Nana.
I like your smile.
Thank you.
Oh. Wow.
I want me pressure.
No, we don't have pressure. I'm going to have pressure. You're welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Oh. So then you're here for us to discuss the safe modes of childbirth among women. And this discussion
program.
Yes, this discussion is great.
Yeah.
It has to, go on and on and on every day because, Charlie, lots of things happening. So we're focusing on fibroids and then the vaginal and cesarean delivery. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're welcome.
Thank you.
Let's start off with fibroids, no? Okay. So can you tell us all about it? What it is actually? Which part of it we're centering this whole thing on?
Yeah, so good morning to all your cherished listeners. And just after the award last year, I decided together with my husband to do a health talk because it's something I've been doing already on TV, church and other places. And I realized on the job what is affecting women currently is the fibroids.
Okay.
And now it's no respecter of the age among women. Continuously, people come in, young people come in with the fibroids. And most of them go around to do self-medications before they come in, so they end up coming in a bad state. So I feel if the education goes down well, they'll seek the appropriate treatment.
Okay.
Fibroids is a growth that is non-cancerous that comes up in women, and then it grows either inside of the uterus, that is the womb, or outside of it. And this causes a lot of symptoms that most people ignore. There are some that the symptoms are severe, so we push them to come to the hospital.
Okay.
Others, they are mild and they are able to handle it, so it's nothing to them. But what we are saying is that if you notice the signs and symptoms, it's good for you to come to the hospital. Let's tell you, okay, the size, the location, there's no problem. We'll give you some medications, then you are good to go. But there are some that needs to be taken out, that is a surgery. We don't immediately go straight away and then do surgery. However, some medications will be started and some labs and other investigations will be done before we go into surgery. That is what a lot of people are afraid of, and due to that, they don't come to the hospital.
Okay.
And one may ask that I have fibroids. Can I have vaginal delivery or cesarean delivery? The program is on the 25th.
Right.
And we want to dive into this conversation on that day. We want to tell you, you have fibroids. Do you know the location of the fibroids? Where it is, okay, you are good to have vaginal delivery. It doesn't mean if I have fibroids, I can't have vaginal delivery. However, it depends on the location of the fibroids. So we want to educate people that I have fibroid. Okay, this type that I have and where it is situated, I can have vaginal delivery. Or where this is, right from the word go, my midwife or my obstetrician will start psyching my mind for cesarean section.
Okay.
And then we want to narrow those who are done with delivery. I have fibroids. What is the best treatment for me? Should I just buy any medication I see that is being advertised that it will melt the fibroid, it will control your bleeding and all that?
Of them.
Yeah. So what do I need to do? Because this is focusing on women to make the right decision. And then also on the date is on the 25th of May, coming Saturday, is this Saturday at the International Palace Church. And this year we actually tackled it last year.
Okay.
And people have got their fibroids removed.
Okay.
They are fine.
I'm sorry, but do you know that there are women who have fibroid but they don't know?
Yeah.
So what are these signs? Yes.
So most signs that you see is irregular menstrual flow.
Okay.
So your menses are not regular.
Right.
When I say regular, we all vary. We have 28-day cycle, 29. So maybe you have studied your cycle for like 3-4 months, and you are a 28-day cycle person. But for 3-5 months, no menses, and because it's freeborn too, you don't mind, you know. And then after 6 months, it comes once, and then 3 months, it's irregular.
Okay.
It's one of the signs. Now, having severe pain in the pelvis could be a sign. We are not saying all pain in the pelvis is related to fibroid, but let's rule out the fibroid, that it could be another thing,
something else, right?
Yes. So irregular menstrual flow and heavy bleeding during your menses. So maybe in a day you're changing like about 3-4 parts.
Right.
That is a heavy flow.
Okay.
You should come and let's check.
But don't people have naturally have heavy flows? Or you
what's your definition of your heavy flow?
Okay.
Right from the word go, has it been like that?
Okay.
Or at a point in your life it started changing and you are bleeding over 2 weeks? No.
Okay.
At least the bleeding days within 3 to 7 days, and you shouldn't change more than 2 parts. Because when I say heavy, maybe in a day you're changing 3, 4, 5. Filled up, not that maybe you're uncomfortable and you just want to change. No, but it's full.
Staining.
Yes, and you're staining and you're changing. It needs to be addressed. These key signs should push you to the hospital. Now, pain after sexual intercourse is also part of it. But we are not saying all pain. Some pelvic inflammatory diseases can cause that. So we want to rule that out and then we'll diagnose you well the problem, what is causing that symptoms. But this can also be part of the symptoms that could tell that you have fibroids. So on the 25th, we'll go deep. And this year we have Dr. Isaac Cranton, head of Ops and Gynae Department, Kolebu Teaching Hospital, coming around to help us understand, help us seek the right treatment. Because if it's something that can be treated, something people have gone through it, it was removed before they got conceived. They have delivered and they are doing well. Those who are done having children also, they come in and then it will be removed. There are some that during the process of delivery, that is cesarean section, a baby is taken out. Fibroid is also taken out. So where do you fall? You can't miss 25th of May as we dive into this, which I feel that women need the education. Okay, lately. You just go in, you see your gynecologist, you're off to work or do your daily things. But we give health talk in the mornings, of which most women miss it. Okay. And we only rush to the hospital when the condition is bringing us down. You see 1 or 2 signs, Charlie, the queue, I have to go and do card, I have to go there. So you just go over the counter, have pain in my abdomen, lower abdomen.
And then you grab something.
Then you are good to go. No, come, let's learn.
Okay, so I've read somewhere that fibroids usually causes miscarriages. Yeah. How does that work? So
the types, again, I don't want to bore our listeners with all the jargons, but if the fibroids is in the uterus, the womb is prepared in such a way that babies need to grow from there. The lining is being prepared for that. So if the uterus, the fibroid is in there, they compete with the baby
because they're sharing the same space.
Yes. So who wins? Usually baby lose, then they come and they lose it. Yes. So that is why it's advised that depending on the site of it, it will be removed. We give you a space for the uterus to regain its strength and all that. Then we can ask you to let's try getting pregnant again, and then we take it up from there.
Okay. So then between the cesarean and the vaginal delivery. There's been a lot of conversations, like, on the internet, on social media. People would rather prefer having a vaginal delivery because that's the natural way to all cost. You're right. And again, the cesarean. But then, what do you think that if you get to a point where you're being told that you need to have a CS, why on earth would you fight your doctor to say no? I want that vaginal death, and at the end, there's something else.
I always say that because of the kind of orientation we grew up, we all have. Everybody, you go to the hospital and you deliver. Or the first question: did you deliver yourself? So growing up, a woman should deliver. And the definition of Hebrew women for some people is to have vaginal delivery. But both modes of delivery are safe. You see, every midwife, every obstetrician would wish that every woman on earth will have vaginal delivery. Because the risk is less. We are not saying that there's also risk in vaginal delivery and there is risk in cesarean. But all things being equal, you can go through vaginal delivery. It's perfect. But in the course of pregnancy, if a condition pops up and we decide that we'll pay thorough examination, you can't have vaginal delivery. We have to let you know. There are emergency ones, there are elective ones. So if you have a baby you haven't delivered before, even if you have delivered before, and at the term that is 9 months, that people would say the baby is lying transverse or lying with the bottom.
The head isn't down.
It's not down.
Right.
You cannot deliver vaginally. When we look at the weight as well. So right from at that point, we start discussing with you. There are points you are normal. You've even had vagina. I use myself as an example from the taking permission from my husband all the time. That I had 3 kids by the grace of God. First one was vaginal delivery. Second one, for vagina. Of course, you are expecting another vagina.
To be that simple.
It was a big baby and breech. That is baby coming with the doctors. My doctor said, Racheal, we are having cesarean section. I'm like, oh, why? See, that was when I understood my client. Because right from beginning, from the pregnancy, you've sagged your mind for vagina. Because I've had vagina.
But don't you think sometimes there's a little bit of fear?
Yes. So I was like, oh, dog, why? Let's try. I said, no, look at the weight. As if I'm not a midwife at that point in time. But I had the cesarean. And baby was big. If I had tried vagina,
it would have been something else.
Yes, I would have even lost the baby. Baby is doing well. The third one, I said, okay, now I'm psyching my mind for both, of which every woman should do when you get pregnant. Psych your mind for both, either vaginal or cesarean. The third one, I got to term. The weight was okay. After cesarean section, we look at the weight, we look at the intervals. A lot of things come in play before we can allow you to try vaginal delivery. So the intervals, the age and all that fell in place, and then I was permitted to try, even with that for a period. If you don't dilate as expected, you go in,
go back for CS.
And it went well. I had vaginal delivery.
That's
so
nice.
To all women out there, both modes are safe.
But then there are people who actually psych themselves for CS. They just don't want to go through
because of the pain.
The
And now, whichever hospital you go to, discuss with your midwife, discuss with your obstetrician. There are labor pain medications. Labor analgesia, epidural. They are there.
Which one?
Yes, we just have to examine you, do some investigation. When you come in, how your service, have you the centimeters? If it's okay, we'll give you the medications. If the heart rate of the baby is fine to receive that medication, it will be given to you. So we look at the criteria and some investigation that we do before those painkillers are examined. So right from the word go, when you discuss with them, preparation has been put in place for that as well.
And again, before when you're about to deliver and you want to have a vaginal delivery and then you're being asked to go for a cesarean, would you still go ahead with it without the person's consent?
No. So before cesarean section, then there is a problem that is preventing you from having vaginal delivery. So you need to consent. There is a form you fill and sign. We counsel you to sign that form before we can go in, because the major surgery, whichever surgery that is, even minor surgeries, you need to consent to it before it will be done. And that is where some problem comes up, where we lost a baby because a mother delayed in making a decision, waiting for the spouse to come and also consent. So she didn't sign at all. If she gives a consent, we are going in. But she didn't sign. Upon counseling, talking to her, BPs were going up, we're giving medications. Health workers did their best, waiting for a husband to show up for the lady to consent. So by evening, that now she was ready that we should go in. Before we go in, we have to assess you and the baby as well. So we assessed the baby and we couldn't hear the heart rate. A scan was done and baby was gone.
Oh.
And funny enough, the man came the next day in the morning.
With what reason? Wow.
This is sad, and I want to urge all women that even if you are done with childbirth, educate someone that both modes of delivery are safe. Are very safe. However, it's only pops up for cesarean section when there is a problem, you may be at risk or your baby would be at risk. Whichever mode of delivery, the most important thing is to have a healthy mother and a healthy baby. The recovery process is just about taking good care of yourself, your diet, some exercise, and you are good to go.
I've always been scared of CS. Honestly. But then all my 3 kids came through vaginal birth.
Beautiful.
And so I'm saying that if I should get one last one, and they say that I should do CS, I'll take one.
Yeah, you accept it like that because it's also safe.
Thank you. Alrighty, so thank you very much. So we're waiting. This particular one is for the 25th, right? So of this month, 25th of May 2024. The time is 2 p.m. The venue is the Palace in Medina. Okay. Rich Junction on the ECOWAS Road. Okay. All right. So they're sponsors for this.
Last year, it was amazing. We had a lot of women coming in. It was my husband who did the sponsorship. And yes, people were calling. We want to come. But the distance, so we had to make preparation for bus and all that. We refreshed them as well, and it's happening this year too. So all the corporate bodies that want to partner with us to help reduce maternal mortality in our own way. This is a personal initiative. That I started after receiving the award as the Greater
people to come on and sponsor.
Yes, and sponsor.
And this is for a great cause. So yes. So we have Dr. Isaac Kranting, for the head of the department. Okay, it's for Kolebu Teaching Hospital, right? Okay, and that he's on this time
Saturday.
All right. So the contact the number to call if anybody wants to.
So 020-8000-580.
Okay, so 020-8000-580.
Yeah, the venue again is the Palace, International Palace Church, 2 p.m.
Okay.
Madina Rich Junction. You
on
can't
the
afford
Road.
to miss this program.
Right. Thank you very much, Mrs. Matey.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll be there.
Thank you.
And this one there, so men can come.
Men are invited, yes, they are invited. Yes, we ask them to come because when they are well informed, it makes the work very easy. Us. Yeah.
Say, mother will not agree, man must agree. Thank you very much, Racheal. Thank you so much.